What's going on, everybody? How you doing? We are on this SUZANNE Vega's second album, Solitude Standing, and we are on to Luka. And I'll say it again. I tried recording this album yesterday, and after doing the first 3 tracks, I noticed that I was having issues. And I went back and I checked out the videos, and sure enough, I had intolerable problems. That I had to scrap all the videos and do it over, just start over today, while, you know, in a better mood. So anyways, I did listen to Luka yesterday. Before yesterday, I had never heard that Luka before. Never heard it before. Okay? And I'm going to tell you that I read this ahead of time. And once I got to this song, you know, song about child abuse, I wish I didn't read that before listening to the song. I wish I didn't read it before listening to the song, because then like I'm hearing for it in the lyrics and stuff like that. And I know that I'm not like a lyrics person. That's why I'm like, if I didn't read this ahead of time, there's a good chance maybe I wouldn't have noticed it was about child abuse, because normally I don't pay attention to lyrics, but because I read it, you know, it's like one of those psychological things or whatever. And that just triggered me. I was just like, I don't want to hear a song about child abuse. I have a kid, you know, like that's messed up. I don't want to hear it. So I tried to put that aside. The song is fine. Yeah, probably shouldn't be saying that right now, but we're going to check it out. Here it is. Let's just get to it. Luka. Yeah. All right. So we got a little bit of this. Almost a slight Taishan vibe, right? Not exactly. Just that keyboard sound, right?
My name is Luka. I live on the second floor. I live upstairs from you. Yes, I think you've seen me before. If you hear something late at night, some kind of trouble, some kind of fight,
I mean, it's kind of hard not to hear the lyrics, actually.
Just don't ask me what it was. Just don't ask me what it was. I think it's 'cause I'm clumsy. I try not to talk too loud. Maybe it's because I'm crazy. I try not to act too proud. Only hit till you cry. After that, you don't ask why. You just don't argue anymore. Just don't argue anymore. Just don't argue anymore.
Very 80s sound, right? Like Edge, right?
Yes, I think I'm okay. Walked into the door again. If you ask, that's what I'll say. And it's not your business anyway. I guess I'd like to be alone. With nothing broken, nothing wrong. Just don't ask me how I am. Just don't ask me how I am. Just don't ask me how I am. My name is Luka. I live on the second floor. I live upstairs from you. Yes, I think you've seen me before. If you hear something late at night, some kind of trouble, some kind of fight, just don't ask me what it was. Just don't ask me what it was. Just don't ask me what it was. And they only hit until you cry. After that, you don't ask why. You just don't argue anymore. Just don't argue anymore. You just don't argue anymore.
You know, it's the subject on this song that sounds kind of like upbeat, you know, and like, you know, almost happy sounding, but the subject on it, right? Yeah. And maybe that's appealing to some people or whatever. I don't know. I don't, for the subject matter alone, I don't like the song. It's a hard no for me. I don't want to hear about this. I don't, you know, I mean, you should have heard me yesterday filming this. It's too bad that it got blocked. I mean, people may like that I got, you know, just like went off on it, but you know, I'm just like, I don't want to hear about a song about child abuse. I'd rather, I don't know. I just don't want to hear about it. You know, yeah, I was super triggered yesterday. I'm like trying not to get there today. And then also just reading through this, it's like, all right, a few years ago, I used to see this group of children playing in front of my building. And there was one of them whose name was Luka, who seemed a little bit distinctive from the other children. I always remembered his name and I always remembered his face. I didn't know much about him, but he just seemed set apart from these other children that I would see playing. And his character is what I based the song Luka on. In the song, the boy Luka is an abused child. In real life, I don't think he was. I think he was just different. That's fucked up to me. Like, that's kind of fucked up to me. Like, really? You just put this on this poor kid? Obviously, it's a song the kid's never going to know. But like, just that, the psyche of that is just like, the fuck is wrong with you? And then it gets worse. To me, it gets worse. Okay, in a Dutch video documentary, all right, 2018, Vega spoke about the meaning of the song. I wanted to write about child abuse. I had to think of how to write about a subject that no one talks about, right? And, you know, I said yesterday, you know, there was a time where, like, a lot of these types of things was, like, very, these subjects, these, like, taboo and touchy subjects, stuff like that, were very new in, like, pop culture, right? And I mentioned, and I'll mention again, you know, like when Ellen came out on TV, that was like a big like cultural moment. So like stuff like that, where like nowadays that's not even a thing, right? But there was a time where that was a thing, and no different than something like this, right? Child abuse, all that kind of thing. 2021, she revealed that the song dealt with the emotional and physical abuse she had suffered from her stepfather. There was abuse in my family. I am actually Luka. So this poor freaking kid that she's putting it on was actually her. I'm just like, man, why would you do that? Why would you do that to a kid? I don't know. I don't know why I'm so triggered by this. I wasn't abused or anything like that, but like, and I have a kid who is not abused, who's absolutely not abused, but it's like, maybe that's why. Maybe it's because I have a little kid and I'm the dad, I'm the protector. And it's like, yo, are you kidding me? You know, I don't know. I can't with it. Musically, let me separate it now. Musically, it's fine. It's not special. There's nothing musically about it that's interesting to me. It's just kind of whatever. You know, it's one of those songs to me. It's like, whatever. It became the thing that it became because of the lyrics and because of the topic at the time. It's like, oh, really? A song about child abuse? Wow, let's check it out. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just... Nope. Sorry. So there you go. I don't think the song is interesting. Tom's Diner is way more a smash hit. That whole DNA version, all that, way better. Way better. This is capitalizing on a topic like that. That's terrible or whatever. And it may be true, or maybe whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. I don't mean to say capitalizing on it in some kind of negative way exactly. But, you know, I don't like it. I don't need to hear a song about child abuse. You know, it's kind of like, and again, it's not like I haven't listened to or don't listen to or was never into stuff that's, you know, like that, because I grew up with a lot of 90s music. And if you listen to like Stained, you know, there's all kind of, you know, like Daddy Didn't Love Me type of shit. You know, like all, you know, all that kind of stuff. And not saying that it's like necessarily, that may be more like psychological abuse or something like that, not physical abuse. This is clearly physical, you know, physical abuse. Just, you hear it in the words. The words are very out there, right? So anyways, sorry if this is your favorite song. Also, maybe see a therapist. Okay. So up next is Ironbound Fancy Paltry. Again, I did hear this yesterday, and I thought that this was super interesting, especially given it was just Thanksgiving. Ironbound Fancy Paltry, is this about Thanksgiving? Is it turkey going, to the to the pan? Is that what we're talking about? We'll get to that next, and I'll just be happy to be over Luka and into some of this material that I had not heard yesterday. So, all right, we'll get to Ironbound Fancy Paltry up next later.